All right. What's the good news? Am I getting home before my dinner's cold?
Well, good news is it does look like an open and shut case of a suicide. Bad news is TV dinners are still frozen, so probably not.
Well, damn. All right, let's get this started then. What's behind door number 1?
Yeah, it's a dead body.
Oh. Monty Hall, you bastard.
So as you can see, got a white victim. His name on his driver's license was Chris Thompson, late 30s, 9mm in his hand, and a whole lot of Chinese takeout. So if you can just sign these papers.
You smell that?
The decomposing body or the general soaks?
The cologne.
Huh. I haven't noticed that before.
Clive Christian, number 1, if my nose does not mistake me. Care to wager a guess on how much a bottle of that costs?
$80?
Oh, more like 800. Just as I suspected, the milk has 2.5 weeks to go, which means somebody went shopping on Sunday. Open the wallet. You should find 2 tickets for Wednesday's opera.
Yeah. How do you know?
Judging by the record collection, Chris was quite the Bach fan, and no self-respecting Bach fan would have missed Wednesday night's opera. It was a tribute to the man himself. Those stubs are intact, correct?
What are you getting at?
Meaning that he never made it. Our body was left lifeless sometime between noon and 5:30 p.m. before he would have gone to the show.
Yeah, that's what I've gathered so far.
I'm afraid this is not as open and shut as you would have hoped, Officer Chipin. This is not a suicide. Mr. Thompson was murdered.
How do you figure that?
Would you put on a spritz of cologne for an evening in? Would you buy milk when you weren't going to make it to the weekend? Would you spend $200 on a show you had no intention of seeing?
Plans change.
It almost makes the fact that he was shot in the right side of the head while being left-handed a trivial observation.
Wait. How do you know he's left-handed?
Shopping list on the fridge is smudged. Common plight of the left-handed.
Yeah, but that's all circumstantial. He could have just used his right hand.
Any idea the trajectory speed on a 9mm round?
Really fast?
Anyone?
What does this have to do with anything?
1,500 feet per second. Care to take a wager on the side of our Vic's head?
10 inches?
So where's my exit wound?
Okay, but maybe he was shot from a distance.
No. Given the gunpowder burns on the chin, he was shot at point-blank range. But this was no 9mm. No, it's a smaller caliber. I suspect a .22. Enough to enter the chin, muck up the brain a bit, but break apart before exiting the skull.
But there aren't any other casings around.
There wouldn't be. Our murderer used a revolver.
Look, if this was really a murder, then why didn't he try to defend himself? There's no signs of a struggle anywhere.
I would have thought that too if it weren't for the magazine on the side table.
HGTV?
I believe if you turn to page 15, you'll find that Martha Stewart indicates that any civilized individual should have a lamp on their side table. Based on Chris's choice of dishware, I think you'd agree that he would stick to Martha's words like the Bible.
Okay, so?
So where's the lamp?
Wait, so your proof is he doesn't own a lamp?
Quite the contrary. I think you'll find that this goes to a Tacobo lamp from the IKEA spring catalog.
What in the world?
There was a struggle here. No, Mr. Thompson didn't want to die tonight. He had other ideas. So he wielded his lamp against his attacker in his defense. And the murderer brilliantly took the pieces to hide the evidence. Only he missed this one.
This is insane.
And based on this dust pattern, it appears that a frame was moved here. Perhaps one with a photo of our assailant and victim.
So they knew each other.
So we find the photo, we find the killer.
If only it were that easy. No, our purpose too brilliant for that. It may just be a misdirection.
So if we find the revolver, we find the killer.
As if, with the number of black market swaps of revolvers these days, no. And a .22 caliber revolver, obviously not a high-ticket item. Plus, we know we're not even looking for a gun with a serial number.
How do we know that?
Look at the burn marks. The green tinge indicates a dye that was only produced in a Minnesota factory between 1978 and 1982.
Off I-35 behind the Miller barn. Yes, we're all familiar.
A momentary lapse, of course. Though it did burn down in '94.
Indicating that our gun and bullet both have quite the history.
Hold up. You seem to know an awful lot about this crime scene.
Well, I have seen all of CSI Miami. Twice.
Huh?
More like Dexter, am I right?
Yeah!
I'm sorry, what?
I think it's pretty clear. We just solved this murder.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way.
I don't know how you could have possibly solved this yet. We don't even have a suspect.
Oh, we've got a suspect.
All we know is that our suspect is incredibly intelligent and plans the perfect crime.
Oh, you'd like us to think that, wouldn't you? You set this whole thing up just so everyone would think that you're so smart.
You can't possibly be serious. I've never even met this man before.
Oh yeah? Then why'd you take the picture? A slighted lover, perhaps?
No, I just noticed the dust patterns.
You know what? Murderers always do return to the scene of the crime. Even if it's to toot their own horn.
Alright, that's it. I've heard enough. You're under
This
arrest.
is outrageous!
No,
You
no.
can't arrest
No,
me!
I
I'm the
believe-
best detective this city's ever seen!
I believe you know you're right.
This is insane! I'm just really good at my job! Oh my goodness!
No one's that good at their job.
Here's that arrest report you were asking for.
Great work there, Officer Chayton. And it's our 5th detective this month. That's quite a streak you're on.
I know, it's strange, but I was just glad I was there to get them all.
Yeah,
You know?
good work, man.
Yeah. Alright, we'll see you around.
Yep.
Washington.
I'm doing it. This is how it goes. Subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'll see you in 2 more weeks. Thank you.